Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to take a look through Challenge Magazine number 32 from 1988. Challenge Magazine was a fine kind of monthly publication from Game Designers Workshop that supported Megatraveller and Twilight 2000. It was a really good magazine. I still miss it to this day. I enjoyed the late 80s where I could grab the issue of the Dragon and grab the issue of Challenge. So we're going to go through this guy and see what goodness lies within. And also just real quick word on subscribers, please do. Trying to keep the channel growing. It's growing nicely. I'd like to keep it growing that way. Also, please take a look at the Patreon if you can help me out there. End of the commercial, back to the important stuff. Challenge number 32 from 1988. Today on page 121. Challenge Magazine number 32. I love this cover. Just a nice little 80s traveler cover with whatever these little woodsy creatures are. Incorporating the Journal of the Traveler's Aid Society. $3.25, a quarter more than Dragon would have cost you at the exact same time. But hey, I didn't mind. We get a nice ad for Delta Force Companion, coming soon. And Viceroys, Explore, Exploit, and Conquer the New World. Both from Task Force Games. And we get the table of contents for Challenge Magazine number 32. Lauren Wiseman was the line editor. Lauren added so much to Traveler. Associate editor was Timothy Brown. Mark Miller was the spiritual advisor. And artist in this issue, Janet Lucio, did the cover. Nothing about what the cover is. I used to like they'd put in a blurb now and again telling us about the cover. Sometimes they wouldn't, though. So from the management, we get a couple of little editorial from the manager. Just detected conventions. Dragon Quest in Laramie, Wyoming, and Cincinnati, Ohio is holding the Tri-State Con. And some miniatures. And then our first article, Equipment for Armor Crews for Twilight 2000. Twilight 2000 was something that GDW was really pushing. They'd had some good success with it. And the early stuff of almost all of these issues of Challenge was given over to Twilight 2000. I did play Twilight 2000. It was good. We preferred Gamma World. Approved for use with Traveler. The Keith Brothers, Undersea, Mountain, Desert environments, and then the adventures. These were some really good adventures. The Lee's Guide to Interstellar Adventure. These were just so much fun. This was Task Force Games, I think. Let's see. Yeah, these were so much fun. And these are for Classic Traveler. Native Canadian Ranger Regiment for Twilight 2000. Small Patrol Craft for Twilight 2000. Continuing on there. Ride the Crest of the Wave. Traveler's Digest. I love Traveler's Digest. Missed that magazine too. AS Origins Tourney Results, the Air Superiority. If you played Air Superiority at Origins in 1988, 35 years ago, maybe you're mentioned here. I'm not familiar with Air Superiority. I know it's another GDW game. I never had the opportunity to play it. Stardate, the science fiction gaming resource. That's pretty cool. Battletech, Jane's Ships of the Galaxies, Off the Shelf, Inventive Ordnance, Closing the Gap, and of course Star Trek. From Utica, Michigan. Traveler News Service. I've said it before. Was one of the main things I would jump into the magazine for. I'd get this guy home and I'd immediately go to the Traveler's News Service. There were even times I read it in the parking lot. I just wanted to know what was going on. And this was during the Rebellion. So this was a good way we got updates on the Rebellion. Here we have Capital Core postings. These were, I love Traveler News Service. It was such a great way to move the story along, other than just giving us supplements and adventures. A World on Its Own. This is an adventure for Megatraveller during the Rebellion era. The Megatraveller, of course, is the Rebellion era. So anytime it says Megatraveller, it's automatically Rebellion era. But this is pretty neat. They did some nice articles about how your world would be doing on its own if it didn't have any outside resources or support. Kind of added a lot of different depth to Megatraveller at the time. Very 80s looking artwork right there. The cyberpunk guy. I love this stuff. I liked Megatraveller a lot. We played a ton of Megatraveller. And then we got a nice little flyer. They used to put these in magazines back a billion years ago. For Challenge Magazine, you fill out the back, send it off, and you can subscribe to the magazine. Continuing on with our article for Megatraveller. Now we get to Swiftwater. This is an Amber Zone. These are basically just short adventures or little adventure hooks. This one's for Megatraveller as well. These were good. These are great for just swiping a quick idea. Twilight 2000 E&C. So this is for the errors and comments, I'm thinking, is ESC? E&C? I'm not really sure. So just fixing up some stuff they might have messed. And then we have Tlia, a casual encounter. This is just a Born in New Rome. Just an Aslan for you to have in your game. Cayuga, close class escort. It's an American warship, so this is 2300 AD, formerly known as Traveller 2300. Again, 2300 is something I dabbled with a little bit, but never really got into. Long article. There's the 2300. You can buy stuff for Traveller 2300, or 2300 AD as it was known now. I did like the deck plans, and in this case, the command module plan. You could use this stuff for any science fiction role-playing game. Ship status sheets. I tried using these for Traveller a little bit. They did not translate well. And then we have the Jiang for 2300 AD. 2300 AD. Did I say 24? 2300 AD. So not a ton of Traveller in this one. But hey, what the heck. Ulster Imports. Limited quantities of the Bradley Armored Fighting Vehicles and Hummers. For Twilight 2000. Do you know me? I talked about this El Monit card before. For Space Master, just the best sci-fi role-playing. I played some Space Master. I like the universe a lot. If you want lots and lots of crunch to your rules, Space Master is the guy for you. And this is approved for use with Traveller from Seeker Games, the Close Escort, and Escape. $3 mission. Or $3 adventure for you. Papers and Passports. No, this is not the title of a new GDW role-playing game. The 24th century has custom and quarantine procedures, so this is 2300. Papers and Passports. That's kind of funny, actually. The bad guys play for keeps, but you wear the badge. For Crime Fighter, for Task Force Games. Now we got a nice review. Oh, the West End Star Wars. I actually played a little bit of West End Star Wars. I liked it. I liked that system quite a bit. But we had a particularly strong DM who was really into Star Wars. Paper Mayhem, the informative play-by-mail magazine from Ottawa, Illinois. Downstate for me. Megatraveller, science fiction role-playing game. A nice ad for Megatraveller. I like the Megatraveller box set. That was given to me as a birthday gift from my wife. Very near and dear to me. I always enjoyed Megatraveller. Star Wars article. These were not real common for role-playing yet. Now, of course, they're a dime a dozen, but back then you didn't have a ton of Star Wars stuff. Alone Against the Empire. It's a nice little article. I do remember reading this one. I adapted parts of this one for a Traveller adventure I did. Go to the paragraph, you begin the adventure. Is this just play by your own or play on your own? Solitaire adventure, yeah. So this is like the Find Your Path adventure books. Oh, I didn't remember that about this. Maybe I didn't read this one. I may actually go back and play this. That's pretty cool. Oh, that goes on quite a ways. Okay. The Quixotic Jedi. And then we have the classified ads. These would become more and more important as the years went on, because there was no internet. You wanted to get your hands on some old stuff from somebody. There was no eBay yet. We would just have to look at the classifieds. I never really did anything with anybody, but I read these every month. T-Tech, a new Traveller fanzine devoted to technology of the Imperium. Needs your input. And then next issue preview, Project Farstar. Several exciting short scenarios for the Spirit of 76 patrons, 2300 AD. In the Spirit of 76 patrons for Traveller, 2300 AD North America, and Twilight 2000, the hit list USSR. And then we have Space Gamer. Fantasy Gamer is back. This was Iron Crown Enterprises also. Oh, no, this is the magazine itself. Sorry, not ICE. This is the magazine itself, Space Gamer. I have an issue or two of that lying around here somewhere. And then a nice back ad for Twilight 2000, which, as I said, was one of the linchpins they were using that GDW was making good on at the time. So there you have it, the issue of Challenge Magazine from 35 years ago this summer. It doesn't really state what month this came out, which always frustrated me with these. It is 98, or 88 rather, copyright 1988, but that's all it tells me. So there you have it, challenge number 32. I remember getting this guy off the stands back in the day. Great times when Challenge and Dragon were both coming out, and both stuff I would grab every month. So that's all I've got to say today on page 121. Thanks for joining me down this journey through Challenge Magazine. And I'll keep doing these as long as you guys keep wanting them. Let me know if you're interested in more looks at Challenge. And I'll put a link to where you can get a copy of this on PDF through DriveThruRPG. But that's it for today on page 121. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.